Hey Swejal, welcome to
Hey,
Videshi Chai.
thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Let's start with the most important question. What color is your Mini Cooper?
It's a red and it's convertible. So, wow.
Yeah. Very cool. I think you'll have a lot of fun driving. You must have a lot of fun driving that around in California. Yeah.
It's a perfect weather
So,
out here. I have a convertible. So, yes, a lot of fun. And especially the highway one, the coastline, it's made for that.
yeah, super cool and very inspiring, I'm sure, for our viewers. Were you always fascinated with cars?
I was, yes. And that was the one of the major inspirations for me to take mechanical engineering as against the general culture or rule in India that no, girls do not take mechanical engineering. But
Yeah.
no, yeah, cars inspired me. And it's not just the cars, it's a huge industry, to be honest. Like all the power plants, like lot of electronics, like air conditioning, cooler, thermal, like lot of things depend on mechanical engineering. So
Yeah.
that a lot. So yeah, and cars were like one of the major attractions.
Very nice. So, could you take a minute to just introduce yourself, specifically where you're from, where did you grow up, where did you go for your undergrad?
Yeah. So I'm from a small town. It's called Mandsaur, and it's based in MP, Madhya Pradesh. And I did my schooling out there, and I went to GSITS college in Indore for my engineering. And I also worked for around 2 years at Volvo Eicher in India.
Got it. And what's the average salary of a mechanical engineer in the US when they start out?
Yeah, so salary map in US depends a lot on the location where you're working. For example, if you're working in somewhere like in East Coast, like Michigan or somewhere, then average salary would be like 75, 80K per annum. But if you are in Bay Area, for that matter,
Yeah.
if you would start with like good 110, 115, and then
Yeah.
it goes depending on like how you grow in your positions and ranking in the industry.
Got it.
Yeah.
What exactly is your job function right now?
So I'm a vehicle dynamics analyst. So what I do is like for any new platform of cars that we develop at Lucid, I basically do all the initial suspension architecture development, which involves all the layout of like how your suspension would look like and your
Yeah.
spring dampers, like the cool things in the car, like steering
Yeah.
system, like just lay out like how they would look like in terms of like their properties and stuff like that. So that's the major part of my job. And I also do a lot of like all the ride and handling things, like you drive a car on a track or a rough road. I do that in the simulation world.
Got it.
And what the car is built, that car would be like able to sustain that kind of like severe loading or severe like handling scenarios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're in the simulation, does it feel like a very fancy game where you're driving this car?
Yeah, I mean, so it's still like you're like typing on the keyboard and
Yeah.
using. Also, it's still not like driving on a driver in loop. Although we have a driver in loop at Lucid, but I'm not
Okay.
like I'm not
Okay.
the one using that. But yes, I mean it's so when people just walk around me and they get fascinated. Okay, you are doing some cool stuff, driving a car, and stuff like doing all the wheelies and whatnot.
Very nice. Right. So obviously, a lot of the work that you mentioned gets done on softwares where you're designing the concept, you're possibly even determining what is the exact material required, what is the thickness of the material required, what shape of structures are required. Is that what it is like?
I mean that is a part of like design engineer. I give
Yeah.
feedback them like
I see. Yeah.
so these are the for example these are the forces that your links or parts are going to see, and then it's
Yeah.
their job to define the geometry and section. So
Yeah.
basically act as an input to them.
I see. Got it.
Yeah. But in India, when I used to work, I was a design engineer, so I used to do that.
Got it. You've
Yeah.
been there, done that. Now you've moved on. Very cool. Very interesting. So, in mechanical engineering, I'm a mechanical engineer myself, by the way, and but I see most of the students going to the US for their higher education. They're focused in fields like analytics, computer science, and not a lot of the percentage of what we call core engineering, which is civil, mechanical, chemical, is relatively lower. So, which is why I think we are very excited about talking to you, putting out the perspective of a successful mechanical engineer in the US. So, in that context, what is it like for a mechanical engineering student and a mechanical engineering fresher coming out of their graduation in the US?
I would say, like, if you're coming with a mechanical engineering background, just don't
Yeah.
stick with that particular domain and don't stick with that. No, I want to stay in core.
Yeah.
We learn some more skills, learn some sort of coding, or get yourself involved in, like, say, the self-driving cars for that matter. And all the mechanical engineers work on those systems as well. So since the conventional part of engineering, which is like design engineer or something, there are a lot of people in US citizens who are doing their bachelors and getting the jobs. And industry here is like, okay, if you're getting a US citizen for the same kind of skills, we would not hire a master student, for example. Like, we usually come for this, right? So for doing that job. But if you are specialized in something, you can also specialize in design engineering. Like, you can become a material science engineer for that matter, or you can be CAE engineers. Usually CAE engineers are master students, they are not bachelor students, right? Or the type of job that I do, or something which is like, okay, you have to basically develop an algorithm for your car, so develop a vehicle dynamics model in a MATLAB environment for that matter. So you need that mechanical engineering background for that. But it's not just limited to mechanical engineering. You have to earn more skills, and you have to make sure that you are special. You have special skills for companies to get attractive to become attractive to companies. So that is the advice. And I just don't stick to the core that, no, I want to be design engineer. You can be a good design engineer, but then your chances would be like limited.
Makes sense. Yeah. So just to paraphrase that, it's important to diversify, add to your skill set, keep your options open, because you don't know what the job market has in store for you. So when you're going out there post graduation, if you have a broader skill set, you're likely to land something that makes sense for you.